everybody, welcome back to Puck Pals. My name is Noah, and today we have two special guests. They are the coaches of the JV and varsity team. They led our team this season. It's head coach David Belbin and assistant coach Matt D. I'm really excited to talk to you guys. Thank you so much for coming on. Unfortunately, Coach Ed Belbin and Coach Peter Belbin could not make it today, but we have you two to talk to. I'm really excited to get into this conversation. You guys had a great season this season, and I'm super excited to talk to you. So I know you coaches have always been behind the bench this season, so I want to get to know you a little bit better, and we'll see your hockey journeys, how you guys grew up, and we're gonna talk some hockey, and we're gonna announce the winners. And they're going to do the taping challenge. I'm excited for that. I want to see your time. And let's get started. I've asked most of the players this season this question. I want to ask you guys, when did you guys start hockey?
Coach, you want to go first?
I don't remember my age because I'm really old, but it was young. I can remember doing cross ice, similar to what they do now. We had 3 games cross ice, so it must have been a mite or something. But that's many years ago.
I think I started when I was like 2.5, 3. That's when I first put on skates. And I did like a couple years to learn to skate, and I think I started playing when I was like 5. So it's been a while. It's been a long journey, but really fun. So
you guys started early. Where'd you guys grow up from?
So I grew up in Shrewsbury, so next town over.
And I grew up in Rhode Island, not too far from where Coach Ed Belbin grew up.
Oh, you did?
Many years ago, yes.
Oh, I was just wondering. So what teams do you guys play for growing up?
So I played for my town team for the first couple years. So I played for Shrewsbury Youth Hockey. And then I moved to the Flames, played for the Minutemen Flames until I was about 14. Then I played high school at Shrewsbury High School after that.
So growing up, I played for the Smithfield Vikings, I think they were called. And Lincoln had a team later on when I was in middle school. And then high school, I played for Lincoln High School hockey.
What were your favorite positions?
I played everything. So I played forward and D pretty much since I started up through college too. So I played everything, but I think my favorite's probably center. I like center because it's a good mixture of, defensive zone, but also being able to jump up and score, right? Which is the fun part. So probably center.
I would have to echo exactly for the same reasons. I love playing defense because you in front of the net and in the corners of your defensive zone, but also being part of the offensive zone. I think center is like the most fun position.
Yeah, I played defense, but I also play wing sometimes. My coach put me on wing. I kind of want to try out center, but I kind of like defense more because, you kind of like be defensive and you're more aggressive. And I heard you talking about you play for college. So what college you guys play for?
I did. So I was fortunate enough to play for Assumption University. I played there. Prior to that, I played for the Boston Junior Bruins for a year or two. And then played for Shrewsbury in high school. So, yeah, I was fortunate enough to play college, and it was a lot of fun. A lot of work, but a lot of fun. Yeah.
You played for Junior Bruins?
Yep, I played for a couple of years before that.
Okay,
Yep.
that's nice, yeah.
My journey ended at the high school. I went to Assumption College, so it wasn't the university. That's how old I am. And I had decided to end my athletic journey and focus on school. I needed the focus.
Did you guys grow up together? Or, did you guys know each other growing up? Or how did you guys meet?
I didn't. So I met Coach Desjardins when my dad was actually the head coach. So back in the early 2000s, Coach Ed Belbin was the head coach. He was actually the assistant at one point.
16,
I met him when I was little. And then we work in the high school together now. I'm a history teacher. He's a math teacher. Kind of reconnected when I started at the high school and been good friends for a little while now. So, yeah.
I coached with your dad from about 2003 to 2008-ish.
Yeah.
And so it's surreal being back coaching with Coach Belbin now. 16 years later, I took some time off while my kids were younger.
That's nice.
Yeah.
So you kind of knew each other growing up a little bit.
A little bit.
And I was wondering also, before any of your games, do you have any rituals or superstitions you guys have done?
Rituals.
Like when we were playing or before when we were coaching the
whenever you're playing.
Playing. I don't think I can say that on air.
Yeah. I went with all of the stuff on my left first. So my left skates always go on before my right skate. in my left shin pad before my right shin pad, and it makes me sound like a psycho when I say it, but it's okay because it just worked, and I didn't want to mess with it if it was working, so I just kept doing it.
I'm the total opposite. I do the right.
You do the right side?
Yeah,
okay.
and then I do the left.
Okay, I'll do the left, you do the right. We'll be good.
Yeah. And yeah, for me, I like to listen to music. I also kind of, I know it's kind of weird, but I like to line up my shoes before a game.
Yeah?
I don't know why, but I just like to. And then also, yeah, the music, it really helps like pump us up before a game.
What type of music?
I like 7 Nation Army and Old Child of Mine. So
Okay.
kind of like rock.
Yeah, a little rock. Good.
Nice, nice.
I like
Yeah,
that
you got it.
style. Yeah.
Now let's talk about this season. How you guys done? If you guys could explain the season in 3 words, what would you guys say?
I think we've talked a lot about this. Like, I think the first thing is fun. Like, we had a lot of fun. I know the team had fun, but, like, we as coaches also had a lot of fun, too, because the team was really enjoyable to be around, right? So I think fun, competitive. Like, we played some really hard, tough games this year. And then positive. A lot of positive things this year. The fun piece, the enjoying piece, the progress that the kids made. Like, I think those 3 words would come to mind. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say it's definitely funny because I actually learned the egg story. Do you guys know the egg story?
I have heard the egg story.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm aware.
Yeah, Kittredge flipped egg on top of a microwave.
Yes, I heard there was a bit of a situation.
Yeah, once I heard that.
With the price of eggs now, you got to be careful. Too.
Yeah, that's a lot.
After learning that, really, yeah, we always tell them whenever they're walking out of the locker room. We always remind them of the egg story, help pump them up, you know.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite moment this season you've had?
Favorite moment?
I'd have to say the Algonquin overtime.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's so many moments, but because of the overtime pressure cooker, the Burroughs Cup.
Yeah. Yeah, that or the Matt Bruce Cup, too.
Yeah.
Both Algonquin games.
Both, yeah.
But both really good games, too, right? Those are 2 games that were really tight up until the last few moments. And, like, a lot of the kids play with some of the Algonquin kids growing up. And so there's a cool little rivalry there, too. So, yeah, those are fun games.
To beat Algonquin twice was awesome.
Yeah.
Still remember, I said this many times, but I still remember like recording for the first Algonquin game in overtime. Like you guys were saying, I remember recording and everybody went to the student section to celebrate, and it was so fun. What did you guys think as coaches?
I thought it was fun. That's exactly what high school hockey is supposed to be. It's supposed to be fun, right? Getting to celebrate with the fans and the kids in the stands. Like that's stuff that I know I don't even forget because thinking back to me playing high school, I had a couple of those moments and I still remember those. Yeah. And it's a lot of fun. That's what high school hockey should be.
Yeah, I know your coaches. But like, does the student section or people showing up to the games mean anything to you guys?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
The noise, everyone feeds off of it. We do, the players do. A great game on a Saturday night at home in the barn, it's so much fun.
Yeah, and it's nice to see support too, right? You get, the kids that are out supporting each other. This year we had some teachers come out and watch the games, which is awesome. So yeah, it makes a very good environment.
I know definitely a lot of kids, because most of the kids that go know the players on the varsity team. So they all know each other, so they go to school each other. So I've talked to them a little bit, and yeah, they really enjoy it also, as much as you guys do, I guess. I want to talk to you now about the future, who's gonna go into the JV team and varsity team. So I know you've seen some middle school games, I think last season and this season. So what do you think your future is? Does it look bright?
You tell me. I feel like this is a question for you, huh?
I mean, turn it back.
I think we're doing pretty well. I think personally, I didn't go to the game you guys went to. I had a game for my team, but I think our team for Mill Pond and Gibbons, I think we're doing well. And I think once we get to high school, you'll teach us more skills we need to use to win more games. But I think once we get there, you guys will help us keep improving from that point on.
Absolutely. Yeah.
We should just hire him.
Absolutely. This is great advertising.
That's exactly what I think too. I think there's some really talented young athletes out there. I think there are kids that really love playing hockey, yourself included, right? That we're really excited to be able to coach someday. And it will only bode well for the program in the future. So.
Would you give any tips for younger players growing up?
Tips for younger players: skate as much as you can, and just work on the hands, work on the shot. I know myself, like growing up, I played street hockey all the time with my brothers, and it's just a fun way to just stay engaged with the game. You're working on your shot, your stick handling, you're having fun with each other. So that mixed with just skating, working on the edges and the skill piece, you've seen how fast varsity is, right?
Yeah.
So if you can skate, you can play. I mean, that's kind of always my thought.
Yeah, I know. Definitely skating. Most of the players said like speed is definitely like one of the most important stuff in hockey games now. So yeah, and I know you're talking about like practicing in the driveway. My brother helps me a lot with my shots because my shot strength isn't that hard. But I'm working on it with Lucas.
Good. Shout out to Lucas.
Yeah,
Good
I want to
job,
give
Lucas.
a shout out to him. He helped me a lot. He gives me so many tips for games and on the driveway. And yeah.
And there's things you can do that don't involve a gym membership. Push-ups, sit-ups, but arm strength, there's those little arm squeezers, but even just taking a stick and rolling it builds those muscles you need for the wrist shot. Put a little reminder on your phone every day. Did you do something to make yourself better today?
Yeah, my mom told me if you like hold out a stick like this and go up and down and side to side, it strengthens like your wrist muscles.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've learned that. I've been doing it. I've been doing it, but I think I should do it some more because you said it. But definitely when I go outside, I'll definitely do it some more times.
Yeah.
Yeah, strengthen the wrist. Probably help my shots get better. So I think I'm gonna do that.
Yeah.
Definitely.
No, 2 years. I'll be in 8th grade. We'll see if I can make it to the JV team. So, and I'm really hoping I'll be you still coaching me. So, do you guys think you'll stick around?
I'm not going anywhere.
I'm not going anywhere. I'm back after 16 years, and now my kids are older. I can't wait to do this for many more years with Mr. Belbin.
Yeah. It's always been my dream since I was playing to be a coach, and so now being able to do it in a town that's this great, it's awesome. I'm not going anywhere.
I know hockey's definitely big in the town. So I want to know so on the varsity team, what player or players do you think would be a coach one day?
Oof.
Chase Parsons.
Chase
is coach all day long.
He's got a little coach in him.
Oh, yeah.
I maybe throw Sawyer in there. Sawyer. His dad's a coach, so it might be in his blood there.
Logic. Yeah.
Thomas Cashman is a 3-sport athlete, so he knows a lot about athletics. He'd be a good coach.
And honestly, everyone.
I was gonna say that I feel like everybody would be a good fit here.
And that's the thing. The best advice that I was given when I was young is give back to the game. And we all love this sport so much. Give back when you're older. Be a coach. Be a mentor. You can only play for so long. Your body only lets you stay in the game for so long, and this allows you to be in the game and still have hockey in your blood.
Okay, yeah, I'll definitely be like, I don't know if I'll coach like older, but I'll definitely maybe try to coach like mites. I don't know if it's gonna like, it's not like how you guys coach in like the varsity team, but if I try, I'll definitely try to coach like mites or squirts growing up. I'll take your advice. Another question I want to ask you is, if you could compare our team to an NHL team, what would you say?
To an NHL team. Not the Bruins right now. I'll go with the Carolina Hurricanes.
The Carolina. Well,
And my reasoning here is the Hurricanes play fast, physical, good defensive hockey. And I think that's how we kind of played this year. So, as much as I don't love Carolina.
Yeah. I would actually even go with the Bruins in the last week. Because the Bruins
I would
traded
agree with
off
that too.
so much of their skill. And most games, I think we were at a disadvantage skill-wise versus our opponent. And since trading off Marchand and all them, I think they've played within themselves. And they're playing with passion, even though they haven't been as skilled, and they've been more successful in the last week.
That's a good point. Yeah.
okay, so Carolina and Bruins, you think?
Yeah.
Bruins in the last week.
Bruins.
Bruins last week.
Okay.
Not Bruins from the beginning of the season.
Yeah, no.
I'll definitely watch the Carolina Hurricanes more. I'll watch like our game, and then the next day I'll watch the Carolina Hurricanes. I'll see what you guys say, and I agree on the physicality. Like you guys definitely, the team is definitely physical, and the speed is definitely like high. Cause like I watched a varsity game once, and then I watched another game. Like I went to Rink to watch my friend, and like the speed wise is so big. It's like, yeah, it's very interesting. of like how much older the speed gets whenever you get older. Another question I have is if you could get any NHL legend to help you coach, who would it be?
Any NHL legend. I'll go Bergeron. Patrice Bergeron. I always loved his game. I think he's one of the smartest hockey players I've ever watched. So I think it would be super interesting to just be able to hear him talk about hockey.
Yeah, definitely. He really helped the Bruins a lot. I'd say he definitely was more like he knew like what he was gonna do and like what he could do to help the team.
Yep.
So I think, I agree with that.
Yeah. There's actually right now for NESN they do that alternate broadcast. I don't know if you've watched any of that, where Bergeron actually talks throughout the whole game with like Tuukka Rask and a bunch of older guys. And it's super fascinating just because they know so much about hockey. It's fun to listen to.
I'm gonna listen to that now. Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna listen to that. I learned many stuff today.
Yeah. Good.
Last question I have is, what's the most rewarding part of coaching?
I'll let you go first.
So the most rewarding part is when we focus on something during the week in practice and you see it in the game. So like the week where we knew we were kind of up against it and we worked on blocking shots, for days. And then we block a ton of shots the next day. Or we're working on the regroup and you see it in the game. And this group of kids were so coachable. Like they just took our advice and they tried to implement it and they did a great job.
Yep. And I would even say even some of those smaller moments in practice too, when kids begin to understand the coaching that we're trying to do, or they're trying to, a new play or a new skill or something, and they're able to do it, that kind of like aha moment, right? It's cool to be able to see them do it. And I think those are the moments that, we certainly enjoy is when kids are able to, reach their goals and have fun with their friends. And, but yeah, when it all comes together, it's a pretty sweet feeling.
So what would you say like 3 priorities are in a team, or like in a team?
What do we look for in a team?
Yeah, what do you look for in a team?
I think our compete level, right, being competitive, and that doesn't mean just on the scoreboard. That means like in puck battles, right, in the corners, in front of the net, things like that. The hard-working element that goes into that as well. We talked a lot this year about our details too, being focused on details. There's a lot of small things that go into the games. I know some of the people you interviewed, like Ferbus was talking about like face-off plays and things like that, right? So being able to be focused on the details is another big piece. So probably say competitive, hardworking, detail-focused.
Okay, that makes sense. Because I know hockey, I know Cashman told me that hockey is like those battles you have like in the corners, because like the more possession you have, the more chance you have of scoring.
Yep.
And I remember interviewing Kelly. He said like the more time I have the puck, like the more time like we have the puck and we can make more plays with it, compared to like if the other team had like the puck, they could have more time and they could do more stuff with it. So I definitely agree with you guys, and I'll think of that also in a game.
Yeah.
Excellent.
And now we have the final stuff, which is the announcement of the taping challenge, and you guys will tape the stick. Now we're here with the coaches. They're going to do the taping challenge, and we're going to start in 3, 2, 1, go. He's off.
Doing well. Oh, gotta tighten that up. It's a white tape. Old people don't use white. You want the black sticky tape? Oh yeah, gotta have the black friction.
Now we're here with Coach Belbin, and we're going to see how he does.
Okay.
We're going to go 3, 2, 1, go. Coach Belbin is off.
Oh. Wow.
Oh,
Like a pro.
How'd I do?
Wow.
you did better than all the players.
That's what we like to hear.
Yeah.
So is that what they were saying, where you came into the locker room and then
Yeah, that's probably what they're referring to.
Kelly? I think it was Kelly or Kitcher. They try to do like the finger and then you go around.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they try to do your technique. Yeah.
Wow.
That's a lot of practice right there.
Yeah.
We're gonna announce the time for the stick taping challenge. But before, I want to say thank you for the team for participating with this challenge. It was really fun to see all of you guys tape the stick as fast as you can. And I want to see, before you open it, I want to see your predictions. So do you have any predictions?
I think we got some fast hands on our team, but I'm going to have to go with Kitty on this one. Sawyer.
I'm going to go with Luke Miller, and I'll throw Terrell in there as a dark horse, as a goalie.
I'll throw Ferb as my dark horse. As a runner-up. Yeah.
You can open it.
Yeah.
Do we want to drum roll?
Yeah, we can go.
Wow, Danny Velez.
Yes.
Wow.
Danny Velez is the winner of the stick taping challenge. And thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for everybody who watches our games. And thank you for the team for coming to Puck Pals. And thank you guys. We'll see you next season.
And thank you to Mr. Noah here for putting this all together. It's a great season. We watched all of them together, and it was a lot of fun. So thanks for doing all this.
Thank you guys so much. If you guys want to say with me,
Go Rangers!